I gotta
I gotta
run.
run.
I gotta run.
I gotta run.
I gotta run.
I'm working for Burger King, making
making
flavor
Whoppers.
Whoppers,
I
some
wear
paper
paper.
hats.
Would you
Would
like
you
an
like an
apple
apple
pie
pie
with
with
that?
that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Ding, ruzzer done, ding, ruzzer done, ding, ruzzer done, ding, ruzzer done. I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run. Don't lift the button off, but it really hurts. So it's stained glass.
Would you
Would
like
you
an
like an
apple
apple
pie
pie
with
with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? Wait for the bell, can't hear the
Hear the
bell.
bell.
Where's
Where
the
is the
bell?
bell?
Wait for
Wait
the
for the
bell.
bell.
Think fries are
Okay,
done.
alright.
Think
Alright.
fries are done.
Great
Can we
time.
get an applause for Pookie
Woo!
Anyway, we're gonna start the episode. This is the Ally-sode. So we've got podcast updates first. So guests have exams and holidays. We're changing the episode to Ally-sode and doing 2013 to 2015 vet episode next time. So that's fun. We have a new podcast team member. So congratulate Elix for being added to podcast team. She's a new script writer. Very proud of her. Looking forward to great things from her.
Hi, it's
Thank
me,
you.
Rocket, host of Fight the Good Fight. Remember when we talked about internet safety? We're going to do it again because internet safety is incredibly important. Do you have sensitive information on your mobile device, desktop, laptop, or personal computer? You should probably protect that because guess what? Not everyone's as nice as me, Rocket Warrior, so you probably want to keep that stuff recorded. And I would recommend some of the following tips and tricks to stay safe online. Things like not clicking every link you see, not sharing all of your personal info, and breaking Rule 3, the dreaded Rule 3. Also, there are some things like changing your passwords, checking your emails, using emails that don't have your full name in it, like some of my emails, and using things like VPNs or virtual protection networks. You should definitely be using those. Those make sure that people can't find your IP. You want to keep that safe. And if you're really cool, you can also do things called two-factor authentication.
Two-factor authentication basically means that once you enable it on Discord, in your emails, and stuff like that, once you enable it, it'll basically send a notification to your phone through an app like Authenticator or something like that, and it'll say, type in this code or affirm that it's you logging in on your computer right now. So that will add another layer of security so you can make sure that you're you logging in.
You can do this on multiple sites, including Discord. I would highly recommend doing that. I have a Pixel 3, a very good phone, and I've installed something called Authenticator on my phone that changes the 6-digit authentication code every 30 seconds. So even if you have my code, will it be the one that works in 30 seconds? I don't think so.
Token-based 2FA are just ones that use app, right? So try not to use text-based 2FA. A good 2FA will ask you to download Authenticator or something like that.
Bam.
VPNs, authenticators, internet security, staying safe.
Oh, and don't accept random friend requests you get. I just got one, and I denied it, because I don't know who that is.
Yes. If anybody doesn't know who we are, I'm Emcee Munoji.
And I'm Rocket. I just got Nitro. Please thank Lance for giving me Nitro. We'll see many familiar faces throughout this episode, including some new ones we haven't seen before, but we love them. Those are called allies.
Since this is an Ally-sode, that means that we're going to be having several different allies on, and by several I mean 2. And we're going to start with an interview about one of our allies, HCOM. We have LGA second in command, Sarah, here, and we're going to welcome her to the podcast and the good fight. Sarah, you are on live. Say hello.
Lime Green Armies, Sarah.
Hey guys.
Hey Sarah, how's it going?
Good.
Awesome. So Sarah, why don't you give us a little bit of background of people who don't even know what LGA even stands for?
So LGA stands for Lime Green Army.
And when was it founded?
I believe April 2013.
Whoa, that's a long time ago.
It's like 6 years. Woof.
I didn't realize it was that old, honestly.
Yeah, these armies get really old. And when did you join the Lime Green Army?
The middle of August, I think. Yeah.
And then you rose up to 2IC pretty quick.
Yeah.
Nice job. Other than you, who leads LGA?
Pixel, who's the Asia leader, and Karma, the US leader. And Greeny, he's the leader.
Is Snapple still up there?
Yeah, he's a 2IC.
Awesome.
Who is LGA allied with? Who are their enemies? What's their general relationship with people in the CPA community?
So obviously we're allied with RPF.
Yeah.
Romans. There's a lot.
Oh snap! Romans, Smurf. Isn't Smurf in Romans? Yeah, there we go. Get some representation for the Romans. Seize the night. I love it. And what about any of your enemies? Who are the bad guys?
Elite Guardians, but like, not really anymore, I guess.
Nice.
That's because they've been busy or whatever. Recently, LGA has been involved in various conflicts. What wars has LGA been part of recently?
2 with RFCP, I think, and 1 with Shock Troops.
What were the highlights of those wars for LGA?
Well, we lost both wars versus RFCP, but Shock Troops we won, but they say they won, but we really won, so.
What would you say is your favorite moment or memory that you've had with the Lime Green Army in your time that you've been there?
We had this one battle with the Wild Ninjas, or it was a invasion, I think, or defense, I think. We maxed like 20, and it was good.
You've made a lot of friends in LGA?
Yeah, when I first joined, like, everyone was like really friendly and everything.
If you could change one thing about LGA history or anything LGA related, what would it be?
I don't really know.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Sarah. I really appreciate you talking to us here at the Good Fight. We hope to see you around soon.
Thanks, Sarah. We also are all adding in a small update segment. We're gonna update you on CPA news just so you guys are aware.
What's CPAM?
It's Club Penguin Armies. It is the league that we are currently a part of.
I cannot wait to hear some news on this.
We've
Buddy,
done a lot in
you-
RPF as far as getting involved with everything Club Penguin Armies related, other armies and battles and all that stuff. So you guys might have seen the post that we had recently on Arctic Ops, which Ulti's going to talk a little more about. Hi,
What's up,
LT.
gamers? It's me.
Utility Penguin Jonathan, my mentor
What's
and
up,
buddy.
Penguin?
What's going on?
Oh, are my former mentee and my current mentee interviewing me? Is that what's going on?
Ah,
That is the jam.
that's pretty nice. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. In case you don't know, the big boys and the big girls mentee the small green officers in the RPF, and right now, Utility Penguin Jonathan is my mentor. It's good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you too, bro.
The people want to know.
That's a very important
What
question.
is
Okay.
your favorite color?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Oh God. Oh,
You have to
There's
give
my man,
no,
OG.
wait. Before you answer, you have to give an adjective in front of it, like Rebel Commander Red or
That's
Recruit
disgusting.
Blue.
My favorite color is
I actually know the answer to this already.
my favorite color is edgy black. I don't dislike blue.
Is blue a close second?
Strike Force black, that's a good one.
Why is Strike Force black? Questions of the world. Okay, now that we've gotten that horrific question out of the way, Ulti, why are you black?
Why are you?
See, why are you black? Anyway.
All right. Ulti, what is the Arctic Ops?
Fun questions. Well, the Arctic Ops. It's an army that was created in 2014, I believe, by my main man Starboy 414.
That's a small name.
It's a very small name. Dude was an RPF moderator back in the day. And back in the cool kids days,
so this is lame.
Made their own. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys suck. Mods made their own armies and would just kind of mess around with their own armies. Starboy made Arctic Ops, which I was in. I made it to 2IC in Arctic Ops. Pookie was also in it. Shout out to Pookie 437. Me 38983 also applied to Arctic Ops. I don't know if he was in it, but he was in, he at least
He
applied.
applied? Oh my god.
There have been 2 Arctic Ops generations
Before this one, yes,
before this.
there were two Arctic Ops generations, one in late 2014 and one in early 2015, I believe. My dates might be wrong on that, but the first one was the original one and the best one. If you don't count this one, led by Starboy. That's the one I got 2IC in, and then it was revived like a few months later by some dude named Tanner. If you don't know Tanner, then good. So that one died like in 2 weeks though, so like nobody counts that one.
2
Then
weeks dead.
Yeah, 2 weeks dead. The first one was the best generation, and then the third one is also the
Golden Age, Dark Age.
because I was in them.
Nice. What prompted you to bring it back?
Well, you see, if you're not in the CPA server, which you should be, there was an alliance known as the Crimson Knight Alliance, and
Ew. Sounds gross.
this Crimson Knight Alliance was headed by the People's Imperial Confederation, otherwise known as PIC.
Dead army.
And currently no longer exists. Manu's army, and also led by City, former and current ACP, who invented Aja, by the way, in case you didn't know that.
He invented Aja?
Invented Aja. So,
wait, does that mean that armies didn't have a
correct.
what US like to
Armies
call
did not have
early morning?
Aja before.
Huh. Dang.
City was also originally an ACP HCOM.
Yeah, City 6 invented Aja.
Oh, City 6. That's different. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, City 6 is the same city that we're talking about.
Anyway, so yeah, we our big boy radars picked up some stuff about this new alliance forming, and we were like, cool, wouldn't it be nice to be in that alliance and then hear everything from the inside? So then we did that, and we were like, hey, let's make a bunch of alts.
What were the names of those alts, if you don't mind
wow,
sharing?
what were the names of those alts? Well, a couple of them just joined the server.
Weird. Darn.
One of them was named Reset Button. Reset Button would be the leader of the Arctic Ops. Also,
and who is this
for...
elusive Reset Button that brought back Arctic Ops when you brought back Arctic Ops?
Well, Reset Button, you see, was this very unknown figure from when Arctic Ops was still alive.
Was he handsome?
He was very handsome. Very handsome man. He revived Arctic Ops, and alongside Ojibon and Robin Goodfellow and Puck. Interview Oji. Would I agree he's the worst leader in CPA history? Yeah, I'd agree.
Actually, you know what? I think Puka's got a good point.
It was so nice.
I think we should ask Ojibon a few questions. Ojibon, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
Really good.
You have a very echoey mic.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a prison cell.
Hey man, that's a nice prison if you got acoustics like that.
Yeah, my prison mate, his name is Trey. I don't know, whatever.
Can you put Trey on the mic, please?
Free Trey.
No, he's not getting freed. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Are there any
to
questions?
get in there?
Are there any questions? Don't worry about it. Are there any questions I can answer?
Yeah. Who are you really? We hear that you're an alt account, and you.
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay. Would you like to dismiss these rumors publicly?
Ulti, I thought this was a spy operation. Why is there a real leader of Arctic Ops in this chat right now?
Weird.
I couldn't tell you. Hey, Mr. Ojibon, do you want to
spy?
Came up with your name?
What do you mean a spy?
Mr. Ojibon, please tell me how you came up with your name.
I'm sure there's.
How did you come up with your name? That's a good question.
My friend,
Mr. Ojibon.
Your friend?
Pookie437. He's in here somewhere.
Is he an incredibly handsome man? What are your thoughts on Pookie?
I'd say yes.
Would you say Pookie is destined for a rebel commander?
I think he's got to go over a certain hurdle first, maybe.
I think he's dead. I think Ojibon's dead.
He's gone. I'm totally
Well,
not stalling
it was
this question so I get a picture.
really nice talking to you.
Don't cut him
Oh,
off. Censoring the
you're
media.
cutting me
Get him
off.
outta here.
We got
Yeah,
time.
don't do
It's
that,
not
yeah.
even here yet. We got time.
Yeah,
Get him
come
outta
on.
here.
All right, well,
Anyway.
we do got to keep moving, but I do appreciate your input, Ujban, and please tell Trey that he's a very handsome man.
Free Trey.
Who unmuted you again?
Did you just
I unmuted myself.
Get
I
back
hacked
there.
I hacked into the server so I can send this picture.
All right, buddy.
Okay, he's gone. Oh, that is how they decided that name, which is really.
Oh god, I'm bad at alt names. As we unravel this mystery.
Did anybody know that you were that button, including our allies like LGA or ACP?
No, it was just HCOM. LGA and ACP were aware that Arctic Ops was leaking from the CNA, but they did not know that Arctic Ops was an army. So I mean, I got a couple DMs from Koloway afterwards. A couple DMs of shock from him.
Yeah, he was pretty surprised, right?
You should ask him about that later. Ask him about Arctic Ops.
Oof.
Definitely
Everyone in
can
the chat,
do.
DM him.
At which point did you know the jig was up? Or were there any moments like that? Or...
I don't think we can disclose that. I just want to chime in here.
So anytime.
Pookie, welcome back.
No. Shut up, Pookie. Anytime anytime I opened my alt account, I was expecting like 20 billion DMs. Like, how dare you like do this? Like, what? I figured you out. Like, it's all the jig's up. You're done.
That never happened.
It never happened.
I think it's just people.
We got through the whole operation in the CNA without anyone catching on. Sub note. It never happened during the course of the operation. Sub note. If you ever set up a server, make sure your role permissions are set correctly.
What kind of role permissions?
Just if you have a role that can add other roles, make sure the other roles that you can add don't have access to a higher chat than the one you want the people to be able to see.
Oh, that'd be an oof. Yeah.
Can't imagine.
F6, shout out to F6 Fixer.
Yeah.
Guys, I got in a meeting. I mean, what's meeting? Anyway. So, what can you disclose to us about the saucy information you obtained once you snuck your way into CNA?
Ooh, saucy information. Well, I mean, essentially, to summarize, we found out a lot regarding fake wars, people helping each other during no allied battles. A lot of stuff like that. We found out that a war was going to be declared on ACP, which we then leaked to ACP, and then ACP declared war first. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff like that. Lord Payne wants to make a world government.
Lord Payne.
Yeah, Lord Payne wants to make a world government, something that's been a constant since 2013, or like whenever he joined. I've known him since 2013.
Funny man.
Those of you that don't really interact with CPA a lot and may not know, this was a really successful and I can't swear bad, but like play on RPF's part because everybody fully believed Arctic Ops was a real army led by individuals very different from RPF members. And Ulti's reset button was a completely different personality, and people loved him and really adopted him into the Crimson Knight Alliance way more than I think that Ulti even expected them to.
Yeah, way more than I expected them to. Yeah, they kind of they were like,
how do people?
You're great. Please join us. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
What Pryor was calling this reset button guy his son at one point.
Yeah, Pookie and
Papa
Pryor, two gay dads of reset.
Papa Pryor.
Again, very, very successful operation. I only got to join in the last week or two of its existence, but Ulti was very proud of my blueberry.
Your alt was really fun. I liked a lot of the personalities that people gave their alt. Redweeb was another solid one who I thought was really fun.
What was her alternate?
Hers was spam/puck. And it was just being the dumbest person possible, and I thought it was really fun.
Was it funny?
It was very funny.
I'm glad
If
to
you
hear
could, it's essentially the epitome of clown energy, and that's really tough because Pookie was in the server.
I really loved that. HCOM made some really cute characters, or Wolves like a loyal AO soldier, and then I just had this guy that was like, "Why am I here?" And I
Yeah, you want to talk about Blueberry?
yes. Thank you, Ulti, for your time.
You're welcome.
Again.
Thank you for having me. Do I
Um,
currently have the record for most times being interviewed? I'd like to.
Maybe. I think you might, but you're always a relevant interview. So
Red and me. Okay, bring me back so I can beat him.
that's true.
Bye
Red
bye.
has done a lot of vet stuff as well as Minecraft. And thank you for joining us. We're going to move on to our next segment because we're going to talk about our troops of the week. We have missed a lot of troops of the week, so we're going to try and read off the answers of a bunch of them in this segment. Plum is the only troop of the week that can make it for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and do Plum first, and then we'll move on to. I'll try to read the other interviewees' answers as fast as I can. There's quite.
Yee. I can assist with that too. Hi, Plum. I love that icon. Joker Baby Yoda. It's a very 2019 logo.
Welcome. So Plum, were you expecting to get troop of the week?
So I really wasn't. Thought that there were people that deserved it way more than me. Way too much.
When Trapawek was announced, were you in chat? Or did you only find out when you got spammed the wave of pings, congratulations, I'm so proud of you, you did it.
Announced 2 o'clock in the morning. So I woke to my phone had to shake off. So it was surprising.
Do you remember who the first person to congratulate you?
So it's hard to remember because it was 2 o'clock, but I had a lot of people DM me, and I think the reply to was Crazy, and
Aw.
I just kind of said, what, and that.
Oh, you want me to read Plums? Okay. How long has it been since you joined? I joined at the tail end of September after being accidentally recruited by Deus. What do you think is especially one of the reasons you got 2TW? Hard to say. I've been chatting and making friends with some chill people. Not gonna lie, this is the most positive and friendly community I've found on the internet. That's my Chaos impersonation. I literally want to marry you, Chaos. Is there anyone specifically that you don't think you could have gotten 2TW without? I think that week might have been when Rebel Cash was back, and I decided to do a Robin Hood and give mine away to the needy. DM me for Rebel Cash. Brought me friends that week. Haha. I guess my mom and dad. Without them, I wouldn't be here. I'd like to thank my partner, my dog, Joe. It's Joe. And all of the lovely, friendly people who've been so welcoming in this little weird community. I hate doing this. Do you remember who recruited you? My RPF dad
You
is
can
Deus.
stop and read it in a normal voice. You started this accent nonsense.
They demanded this. My RPF dad is Deus, so props to him, I guess, lol. I was going around random igloos and stumbled upon his, where he recruited me into what I thought was a V-Bucks credit card scam.
We're
Hard to
actually
write
a
your
V-Bucks
speech.
credit card scan.
We
Sorry.
aren't. Was it hard to write your speech? I was half awake writing it, and I was just trying to get ready and walk the dog and look like a normal person in front of the in-laws. So I just rambled for a bit and later added a TLDR period. Later that day, I got announcements, privileges revoked for declaring that Navy owned shortly before the branch battle. I think this makes it better. Any of asked for troops listening on how to get TOTW. Keep smiling. Good vibes are the best vibes. Ask questions. Remember that Pookie smells at all times. Don't be afraid to get shot, stuck in, and fight the good fight XD. I'm done.
I'm gonna do waves next.
Yes.
Were you expecting to get troop of the week? Absolutely not, Wave said. When troop of the week was announced, were you in chat or did you only find out after people started pinging you? After people started pinging me. Do you remember who the first person to congratulate you was? Wave says, I have no idea, but I believe it was Crazy. Crazy's on top of all of these
What on
congratulations,
earth?
I swear.
Superhuman powers.
How long has it been since you joined? I've been in the RPF for 2, maybe 3 weeks. Wow, short amount of time.
Dang.
What would you think is especially one of the reasons you got troop of the week? Wave said, hi chat activity, I'm friendly, I play Scribble.io with the other troops a lot. Is there anyone specifically that you don't think you could have gotten troop of the week without? Crazy for sure. She recruited me.
Crazy, you're awesome.
Do you remember who recruited you? Crazy.
God damn.
Was it hard to write your speech? Nope. Any advice for troops listening on how to get troop of the week? Be yourself, be active, and fight the good fight.
Motivational and concise. Thank you, MC Moon
Good
emoji.
set. No problem. Mizore.
Were you expecting to get
It's
TOTW? No, I wasn't. At the time, everyone was typing Perp for his Patrick impression. I recruited Perp. I love my life. So I expected him instead, lol. When TOTW was announced, were you in chat, or did you only find out after people started hyping? I was already in chat hyping the next TOTW, who turned out to be me. Do you remember the first person to congratulate you? I didn't know, but now that I looked it up, it was Rocket. Yes! Finally.
Very
How long
nice.
has it been since you joined? I joined the 30th of October. It was pretty fast, so that's why I wasn't really expecting it. What do you think is especially one of the reasons you got to UTW? My attendance is pretty okay, but I'm sure it was because I'm in a chat every day for as long as I can. Not only main chat, but talking in the VC a lot. This is true. She is so fun to talk to in voice chat. Is there anyone specifically that you don't think you could have gotten to UTW without? It couldn't have happened without everyone to talk to, but I think maybe calling Bratty a coward helped me a bit out, TBH. Essentially, no, everyone helped. Facts. Do you remember who recruited you? Ulti did, actually. Kind of wild. Was it hard to write your speech? Definitely. I usually don't have much to say about anything, so getting hyped to make a speech was nerve-wracking. Earlier, 2DWs usually mention other troops in the speech, but I didn't want to do that and forget everyone else I talked to. I settled on that short and sweet. That's how you should be doing it. Any advice for troops listening on how to get TOTW? Know your priorities. RPF is greater than IRL. No, RPF first, schoolwork come later. Just kidding. Have fun and chat and stay positive. If you really want to get TOTW, just keep coming in chat and attend events if you can. After a while, troops will recognize how hard you're working. What absolute facts.
True
Delphin,
that.
Delphin time.
Delphin, were you expecting to get Troop of the Week? Not at all. When Troop of the Week was announced, were you in chat or did you only find out after people started pinging you? I found out when I woke up with 47 pings because it was announced at 3 a.m. Do you remember who the first person to congratulate you was? No, but I checked and it seems like Eva was the first to congratulate me early in the morning. How long has it been since you joined? It's been about 2 months currently. I joined on like October 10th and got Troop of the Week on the 16th of November, I think.
Dang.
What would you think is especially one of the reasons you got Troop of the Week? I honestly think it was just being active, chatting, and having fun. Is there anyone specifically that you don't think you could have gotten to Troop of the Week without? I don't think I could name specific people, just everyone I talked to, really. Do you remember who recruited you? I don't remember who recruited me, but I recently found out it was apparently wolves. Was it hard to write your speech? Yes, it wasn't too early, but I was barely awake and wrote whatever nonsense came into my head. Any advice for troops listening on how to get Troop of the Week? Be active in chat, do events, be good, and be helpful, and all that stuff. Basically, stand out in a good way. Fight the good fight. Athena.
Excellent. Were you expecting to get chopped away? No. Easy answer. When it was announced, when did you find out? I was in chat hyping for TOTW with everyone else. Do you remember who it was? Sadly, no. How long has it been since you joined? October 1st, so about a few months. What do you think is one of the reasons you got it? Probably staying active in chat and attending events. Take notes. Is there anyone specifically that you think you couldn't have gone without? Lance. He recruited me and helped me answer my questions about the RPF. Lance. I love you, Lance. Do you remember who recruited you? Lance. Was it hard to write your speech? Lance. No. Yes, there was so much pressure in the chat. Any advice for troops listening how to get to UW? Stay active, attend events, and follow rules. There's a common pattern here, Em, about how to get Tropawek.
I think so. I feel like those are really great pieces of advice.
Em, do you know what time it is?
No.
We gotta wake up Chaos. Chaos, my boy! My
Wakey,
boy.
wakey.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. MC, welcome to the good fight. We're interviewing you.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, wonderful.
This is a role reversal.
I like this. So,
thank you for welcoming me. Hi.
Oh, no problem. We have my co-host here, Chaos. So, you might be wondering, why are we interviewing the host of The Good Fight, an excellent, beautiful person, MC Moon Emoji? Well, it turns out she actually got HCOM recently. So, we thought we'd interview her on some of her experiences, thoughts, and get some questions out of her.
How long have you been in the RPF for?
I've been in RPF since April 9th. So it's been, how long is that? April,
That's 8
March,
months.
June.
Don't count,
Okay.
don't count. 8 months. There you go.
Okay.
MC Moon Emoji, do you remember who recruited you?
Sylv did actually. If you guys know Silverberg.
Silverberg, did he Discord recruit you?
he Discord recruited me. I was in the Club Penguin wiki server, and he DM'd me and was like, "Hey, do you play Club Penguin Ruin?" And I was like, "I guess." And he was like, "I think you'd like this." And I was like, "What is this?" And then he like dumped me in chat, gave me my roles, and I was like, "So what do I do?" And he's like, "You'll figure it out," and then left me to figure it out.
And now
I
you're.
was like, "Okay."
Silver's a
I'll never
cruel parent.
I will never forget his most beautiful words as a loving mother bird. Do you play CPR? And the rest is
Do
history.
you play CPR? I was like,
Yeah.
"Cool, I got this, I guess." And then I saw him around in chat because he was RC at the time.
He was
Started
our-
asking questions. Figured it
Hmm.
out.
So you got HCOM. When was that?
It's been a couple weeks.
Do you know when you got mod?
Oh my god.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Rocket
It was the
nose.
same time. It was June.
Oh, it was
30th.
the same time as you.
The
June
last
30th.
week of June, Em and I became officers.
He's got the
Okay.
date down.
And I even
Um,
remember that because I got Trapawek the same time.
I just know that I had a full like 21 weeks as Ulti's mentee. So
Haha, 21. Haha.
De-
That's the
Chaos
Vine
laughs.
number. Do you have a favorite memory that you made as a moderator?
oh god. I think that once I became a moderator, it changed the game for me a little bit because I was friends with everyone, but I really got to know people as I was working with them and moderators in moderating team. Like it was a lot of fun like working with other people. So I think my favorite memory, quote unquote, would be all of the memories I made with all of my moderating team. Like I had so much fun as a moderator and grew a lot.
Heck yeah, you did. So, Em, since you've been in the RPF around the same time as I have, almost over half a year, how do you feel about your magical journey?
Um, it's been a wild ride, I'll say that. I never saw myself getting this deep, but I definitely don't think that I never thought that I was going to get as involved as I am. Like I am in HCOM and I'm involved in CPA and I'm uh, chief of operations news organization for CP. I don't know why I'm doing all of this, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. Like that's all.
That is absolutely beautiful. What has been your favorite moment so far?
Favorite moment in general? Like
Yeah, sure.
in
Of all
RPF?
time. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, I think one of the first tactics that I led was during last Olympics. That was a pretty good moment. Once I commented on a promo post and or maybe it was an event post and I said I was a lieutenant and I didn't type lieutenant all the way and I just put Lou and everyone saw it and made fun of me and now everybody says and I Lou or calls Lieutenant Lou or Lou Jen and like that has stuck around for so long and I don't think everyone knows that it's because I screwed up that one day. So that's a pretty good memory.
That fateful day.
How is it to be HCOM?
How is it being HCOM? It's been different than being a moderator, but like still really nice to have like a new team, getting to like work with different people. I like helping with events. Leading is really fun. I like started that first event that I got thrown in was like one of the best moments because I think HCOM was really looking out for me. And so they like started throwing me into the middle of things, and F6 would ping me and just be like, "Lead," to make me just lead. So I was sitting there with the adrenaline rush, giggling as I was trying to figure out how to throw tactics and stuff. So it was a good time. Everyone's really really nice. There's like lots of talk of business, but you know, having fun while we do it, which is the whole point of RPF is
So
having fun.
out of all of this fun, what's been the best moment so far as HCOM?
I led an MC tactic and a rock ET tactic.
Rock ET! Me!
Those were good moments.
Which one do?
I'm still waiting for my proudest moment as HCOM. I'm still getting my like feet, so we'll see. I do have feet, but you know what I meant.
Now that you're a shiny lemon, you have limes to take care of. How does it feel being a mentor, and who are your beat little babies?
I couldn't tell if that was an LGA reference for a second. I have Chaos, Cassie, and Mochi. Those are my 3 mentees. They're wonderful mods, so I'm not too worried about them. good humans. They all know what we're working on. I hope I'm a good mentor. I'm trying. I've been on leave this week, so I'm definitely slacking right now. But I like my little crew. It's a good set, I would say.
3 peas in a pod. Y'all adorable. And
We have our own little group chat where we goof off.
oh, you clowns. And also, you mentioned about being in CPA and CPAN. What can you tell us about that, and what is your general role in this community?
So in CPA, I'm an editor and a moderator, which means I edit posts on the CPA website. I think I edit the wiki too, but nobody's asked me to do that yet. And I moderate, so I make sure that the chat is as positive as CPA chat can get. And then as far as CPAN goes, which is Clipping When Army News Network, I am chief of operations. So I basically partner with the CEO, which is the chief executive officer, Shad, and we run things as Pookie is head mod. I hired him for that because he's good at rooting out trolls.
You made his ego bigger. Good job.
Well, that would be good if he did his job more, but other than that, no, he's a good head mod. CPAN, you can get more involved in once you hit moderator ranks, so look out for that. And we do lots of stuff like reporting on Clipping When Army News, as well as hosting tournaments like the November to Remember tournament that just passed, and different events and contests like Igloo.
And who was the winner of this November to Remember tournament?
We were. RPF did. Fun fact, I judged one of those battles that RPF wasn't involved in, and then I also didn't attend any RPF battle that was involved in the November to Remember tournament at all. And
Were you barred from doing so?
No, I couldn't make it. I could have participated if I couldn't make it.
I judged one of those. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
You did? Really?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, he did.
I didn't know you were CPAN staff.
Yeah, I'm also a moderator and I'm the graphic designer there. Hi.
Oh, big boy.
CPAN's a lot of fun. Definitely join.
Yeah.
And I'd like to ask, do you have any tips for people on how to get some nice juicy promptions?
So as far as I think it's different for everyone, the path to promotion and stuff like that. Especially like it changes once you get to certain places. Like just to troop wise, it's like activity and chat, events, event attendance, and being friendly. And like going out of your way to recruit and like do event pictures and stuff like that is extra stuff that like boosts that kind of stuff, and hyping and stuff like that definitely helps it out, but isn't required. And then once you get moderator, it's all about modding the good mod, doing as much as you can to help out and be a good team member, and displaying your like cooperation as well as initiative. Initiative is really important to display as a moderator at some point, so that you can because once you hit HCOM, you'll be helping out running the whole organization. So seeing that you are good at assisting stuff is important. Then once you get HCOM, it's just being a good team member in that respect, I believe, like helping out and taking initiative. I think one of my driving things for my promotion, which Ulti mentioned in the announcement about my promotion, was I got really involved in Club Penguin Armies to show my initiative as to like helping out RPF in that way. So that was kind of like what I added to my like skill set, I guess, quote unquote, or my appeal as a troop for HCOM. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Is there anyone you don't think you would have made it to HCOM without?
That is a long. Us is definitely on there, of course. Cassie, F6, and Rocket. There's like the original like general gang. Taz, because he's
Say my unim.
Wolves, Ulti, because he was my mentor and got me up there. Redweeb, Starship, Mari. Mari being my like RPF daughter and being there for me. Star is one of the first people I talked in chat to and like claimed as a friend, kind of. So we go way back at this point. Pookie, I guess that.
That one.
My RF sister. I feel like I'm missing plenty of people. Crazy, Moon. Once they joined, they became like very important people in my RPF experience.
You dang right.
Yes. Colo, at one point, my driving force for getting promoted was to beat Koloway at one point, which I'll talk to him more about later. And I think that we were both in competition with each other for a minute. And we ended up becoming really good friends, so that's pretty cool.
That is excellent.
Jimmy and Ben have been a really important part of my late nights. Okay, I'm done now. There's too many people. Everybody! Fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And are there any quick comments you'd like to add just at the very end?
I love RPF a lot. I can't believe I made it to HCOM. I was really excited when it happened. And I'm really looking forward to continue working on things. Just everybody know that they're welcome to DM me if they have any questions or want to talk or whatever about RPF.
She's reaching out to you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Precious. Emcee, thank you so much for fighting the good fight with us as both an interviewer and now back to hosting. Welcome back, Emoji host.
Thank you. I love you, Cass. Thank you for hosting for a minute.
Bye!
We're going to be talking about emotes. So we don't have any of our guests, which kind of sucks, but we do have at least 2 of their answers. So that's good. So Rocket's going to be pulling out the questions, and I'm going to be answering both the people who won's answers. Basically, there were a lot of emotes that were accepted, but the 3 winners were Moon, Cat, and Pookie of the contest. Actually, third place, second place, first.
Yeah. In appropriate order in chat, I've continually been listing the 3 winning emotes. Moon's submission was a very fed up picture of Stitch with his eyes being clawed through. In second place, Kat submitted a very sassy T sensei. And in third place, we have Pookie's eye reverse, which is just to show how wacky this man is. And I think they're all very beautiful additions that have their own expressive thing to add to our server. So I'm extremely glad they're added, and I'm more glad that I have Nitro and can keep saying them. So
they're pretty cool.
They are really cool. I'm going to ask Em these questions, and Em's going to read the answers to these questions. This is counting for Moon and Pookie. We don't have Cat's answers. We love you, Cat, but you will be left in the dark on that one. Em, were you expecting to win the contest?
Moon said nope. Pookie said yup.
How many submissions did you enter, Emcee?
Moon said she only entered 1, but Pookie entered 2.
How many
Crazy
contests have you been entered in the past, Em?
Moon said yes, as did Pookie, so they both have entered contest past.
Good. Being a part of contests is cool. You're also in the contest team, Em. How are you liking it?
Moon said, I'm not in the contest team, bruh. Pookie said, no, I'm not. That was just for Cat, but apparently Pookie asked.
That's such a waste. That's such a waste. Do you have inspiration for your emote?
Moon said, yes, I saw the Stitch emote as a WhatsApp sticker and got inspired. Pookie said he uses the cross-eyed emote all the time, at all times.
I love it. Have you won any in the past?
Moon won the last emote contest for first. So she's on a winning streak. And Pookie said 2, including this. He won the poetry contest. Which,
I love this
who
poem.
can forget?
How did you come up with your submission?
Moon said WhatsApp has good stickers and I love emotes and I always wanted to contribute to the server since I also. And Pookie said it's funny.
Funny laughed. Did you enter R&M's newest contest?
Moon said, no, to be honest, other contests don't interest me as much as emote contests. I just don't feel motivated enough to submit anything. Valid. And Pookie just said, nope.
Okay, well, those are bad examples, but you should totally participate in the new contest. Contest team is having a holiday-themed igloo contest, and it's being held on CPR.
So the rules are simple. Decorate your igloo in the most festive way possible with furniture items on CPR, and then send a screenshot of Penguin profile to any of the contest team members. They all have DM contest entries in their name So they're not hard to find. And if you need help, you can always do .enroll contest in the bot spam or ask anybody because they'll help you find it. Everyone's really helpful around here. Your submission is going to be judged based on originality, and you have to make sure your screenshot is in Igloo editing mode and you only use clipping when rewritten. Submissions made using any other CPPS will not be counted. And then the top 3 will be awarded Rebel Cash prizes, and you can only submit 1 entry. The deadline is December 20th, so you have to make sure you get your submissions in. Teacher, and I'm just here are the rules, here are the essay guidelines. Thanks for our emote contest winners answers, and we're going on to our final segment. Get hype. What kind of Ally-sode would this be if we only had one ally? As such, we'd like to welcome Koloway, ACP commander and previous RPF mod, to the good fight. Kolo, welcome.
Hello everyone. My name is Koloway, but of course you already knew that. I am current leader of ACP, or Commander-in-Chief, if you will. I do a lot of quirky things. So basically, I have decided to come here and announce that RPF will now be a colony of ACP. They will, effective immediately, RPF will be merging underneath ACP. So you are all here. I'll begin to teach you the new ACP propaganda, which you will be forced to recite. In Clover, we over. You're putting me on the spot here. Clover Pride
Stop
server
talking
wide.
and let me ask you a question.
Oh, right. Clover, we over.
We have a couple of questions for you, Kolo.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so to get to know you and ACP a bit, how many armies have you been in, and can you give the timeline of?
Yeah. So the first army I joined was ACP way back in its early wrecking days. I joined ACP in 2009 under the leadership of Boomer 20, who at the time was maxing still unprecedented and undefeated records of 175, which is, if you've seen events recently, not where we are. So I joined from a time where armies were kind of looked down upon, but it's really cool. So I joined ACP in 2009 when it was a powerhouse, and I retired and rejoined in 2011. And if anyone here knows anything about armies, in 2012, that's kind of really when armies started to shift. Almost, it's like armies changed completely. So I went and I left. I retired again, and I rejoined 2013, 2014, and retired from there. In 2017, I rejoined RPF. Um, I rejoined RPF, and I was banned after like 4 months by Popsicle. Big shout out to Pop. So Pop banned me, and he refused to unban me until RPF got defaced, and then Twitchy unbanned me. So when Twitchy unbanned me, that's really when I came back and was like, okay, time to change for the better. So after I changed for the better, I was an RPF mod. Most of you know me from that time. Looking at everybody in the podcast, literally all of you except for like 3 of you were there. So I was also a troublemaker there, but to a lesser degree. You're a
good mod.
I left mod to join Mafia, but Mafia wasn't an army. They tricked me. So I left Mafia as well. And then I thought I was done with armies for good until I got word from Wolves that ACP was coming back. I was like, you're bullcrapping me. You are lying. So yeah, basically I joined ACP and I've been in there since, and because of Wolves, I'm now the ACP leader.
That's awesome. It's Wolves' fault.
It's
I was there when Wolves found out about it.
Yeah, so Wolves told me and I joined.
Are you leading an event right now?
I was, but I let one of my owners take over. So.
Oh, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
So since you've been a troop in both, what's the difference from RPF to ACP?
Really not a lot. We're a little bit more lax on the rules there. It's not very rule heavy. We're an army for people who just want to hang out, just have a good time, really. We are more army like than RPF is, for sure. We definitely pride ourselves in being the first and most historical army in CPA history. So we kind of do have this army aspect going on, whereas RPF is more of a hangout. But we do have this army aspect there. and in general, no, RPF is not anything like the rest of CPA.
This is true.
Anything. So it's basically a hangout. And yeah, so ACP is a little bit more chill on the rules, but we're an army, and RPF's more strict, but they're a hangout. So that kind of doesn't make any sense, but it does at the same time.
I get what he means because an army, they're much more serious about Club Penguin armies and stuff, but they're more lax on the swearing rules and stuff like that. Whereas we're more of an environment where we're all talking all the time in main chat and it's really friendly, and our main focus isn't just battles, it's also the community.
It's
in-
mostly about
in
community.
comparison. So what was ACP like compared to when you first?
Oh, so when I first joined ACP, um, things were a lot more chaotic. We were definitely the strictest army there was. There was no like any room for error. I got kicked from main chat and got a 6-hour ban for altering the ACP uniform at an event. And this
Wow.
was 10 years ago.
Okay.
So
That's a pretty
because
strict
I did
rule.
not have on the right neck item, I was banned for 6 hours. So
Wow.
now we kind of let troops kind of figure out their own uniform, kind of put their own spin on it, as long as they're wearing the key items such as the Roman helmet and the green letterman. We really try and push that individuality that we allow. So we're nothing in terms of leadership like we used to be, and I think that's for the better. But when you have 175 people attending events, you do have to have a certain degree of strictness. So I see why it was like that, but for our survival, for our longevity purposes, it's a lot less strict.
Did events actually get that high in the Golden Age?
Oh yes, all the time.
Wow.
Promos if we hit 150.
Promos
That's
if we hit
wild.
150. That's wild.
Today in ACP we offered promos if we hit 30. So
Dang. I mean, the largest event I've seen in my 9 years of this community was probably in 100 when we had our Fill the Berg event in June, and we're hoping to hit that with our holiday 100. But I haven't seen anything past 100 in a very long time.
yes, it was an ACP thing to do. Nobody did it beside ACP, and I doubt anyone ever will again. That's just the state of the community.
Yeah, that's fair. Are there any other leaders than you?
That's a bit of kind of a weird question. In the sense that yes, technically there is. However, it is Chain Pro who has been AWOL since before Halloween. So, out of respect for Chain Pro for everything he did to restart ACP, for all of his efforts in kind of rebuilding the next generation of ACP, I did leave Chain as an acting commander in chief while he's AWOL. So, Chain Pro will not technically be not leader of the ACP until I retire.
Very interesting.
Is he coming back?
We don't know. We don't know where he's been.
He's commander in chief, so that's about all I
Strange.
know. This is like his thing. He's done this before many times.
This has happened before. What's his longest period of been AWOLness been?
He's been gone for like 4 months before. It's just he does this and then he comes back.
And he's been gone since Halloween, you say?
Before a little bit before Halloween, yeah.
Huh,
Whack!
that's
You
late.
have been hit with Chain Pro's stinky socks.
When did you get the title of commander?
I was named ACP Commander in Chief. Approximately a week after he had been like gone. I was acting as Commander in Chief the day he left, but I wasn't officially promoted until a week after. And this is something that me and McHappy personally talked about. Who McHappy is a ACP legend, CPA legend. He has all the distinctions of the bronze, silver, gold, and Medal of Honor. He's been ACP director, ACPTR legend. He's been all these things. Currently, he is the ACP guardian, which is he's technically in his own right the owner of ACP right now.
Wow.
So he first led ACP in 2011. He has led 3 times since then, and his ACP was also maxing 175. So he's a legend in his own right.
It's incredible.
I wish he was here. We love Nick Abbey. He's really cool.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. What's your favorite part of leading ACP so far?
Leading ACP is the chance to. I owe it basically to the army that when I needed something, when I was down, whenever I needed a place to belong because I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere else, ACP was always there for me. They would always extend their hand and offer me a membership kind of in their army. So I was always welcome in this home, that I had seen as an escape for many years. Whenever things got rough or I needed a place to belong, I would go and I would join the ACP. So because they helped me out for so many years, because I kind of sounded as a second home, I owe it to ACP to help get them to what they used to be, so I can offer that to many people for generations to come. So in an effort to kind of give people that experience, that so rightful sense of belonging, I want to rebuild ACP. I owe it to give my all to my army every single day, so that I can rebuild and revitalize this very integral part of the community.
That was a
That's
beautiful
really
answer.
awesome. Yeah, I'm inspired. Who other than RPF is ACP allied?
We have basically two allies. We don't have any enemies right now, but we do have two allies. We are open to more alliances. We do believe there's a second alliance, or a third alliance, rather, in the works as of today, which may be announced in the next few hours. And as for the enemies thing, there's also something else in the works that may be announced within the next few hours. So I would definitely keep my eye on the ACP chat if you're in it.
Oh dang, I
If
will.
you're not, you can DM me. But I would keep my eye on the ACP chat for tonight.
Dang. Have you fought any wars during your time as leader?
Yes. So within 24 hours of being named the ACP leader, I declared war on PIC, the
Oh,
People's Imperial Confederation. It was the first thing I did. As soon as I was promoted, I began writing the post. I ran it between myself, Greeny, and Ulti Penguin J. And that war was against Manu Ginobili, who is currently an ACP 3-ic. He is now a 3IC. So we won that war 6-0. It lasted all of 3 days before PIC folded.
whoa.
So we technically killed PIC.
Wow, you got him. Is that
Yeah.
probably been the highlight of your time as leader in terms of warfighting?
In terms of war fighting, yes. We did have a war against RFCP that went 10-2 before that. That was literally within a week of rebuilding. So
How did you feel that they declared war on you so fast when you rejoined?
we were a little shocked, a little hurt. When I found out that RFCP had declared war on us, we hadn't really done anything. But when I found out that Lord Payne was involved with RFCP at the time, it made perfect sense. If anyone doesn't know who Lord Payne is, in ACP's final days, when they were number 13 on the top 10, Lord Payne basically declared war on ACP and decided to stomp out the flame for good. So the reason we didn't continue on after CP like RPF did is because Lord Payne kind of destroyed every last hope we had.
Ouch.
So
Not completely true because it got brought back.
yeah, so we did take 2 years, and the vets were like, "No, we're never coming back." Because of what Lord Payne had done, Lord Payne vowed that if ACP ever came back, he would stomp it out before it ever, grew to its sizes. So we decided that that's not happening. ACP is back. It will stay back, and no matter who tries to step in our face, step in our way, we're not going and to quote RPF, we're not going to take it. We're really not about that.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are sticking around.
Heck yeah.
If you could bring back one ACP or CPA legend to lead with me and why?
Probably Silverberg.
Oh, hey.
Me and Silver pretty good friends. I would love to have him leading with me. I feel like we could match styles together because in a way he was really my mentor. He kind of taught me everything I know. So um, when I first met Silverberg, immediately we became friends. And for those of you who don't know, there was an elite RPF group while Silv was leading RPF. There was an elite group inside the RPF named Redface, and this group was pretty. Anyone who knows about Redface, I'm leaking Redface basically. So there was an elite group inside RPF that was helping Silv make a lot of decisions. It was myself, Mike Mate, Cassie, Elex, Chaos, Kiki, Silverberg, basically a lot of people. And Redface was very toxic at times. It was something unmatched. I've never seen anything like that. So, yeah. So if you're listening to this, Redface existed. I was in it. It's now deleted, and I'm so glad that it's gone. Yeah, but I'd love Sylv to come back because he's every weakness I have. I know he can take up.
I guess we'll see in the future if that ever happened.
Yeah. Do you have any plans for ACP right now or coming in the future other than those 2 huge announcements you mentioned?
Oh
boy.
yeah. So those 2 announcements are one of them may not even happen. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
In that same realm, you did have an anniversary thing that was happening.
Oh yes, we reformed our first event in our revival was our 13-year anniversary. We did have a 2-month anniversary revival party, but we started back September 29th, 2019, 13 years after ACP originally was founded.
Oh wow, 13 years old. That's older than RPF.
That's older than
Wait,
yeah.
really?
RPF was started because of ACP. ACP was the first organized army.
Yo.
RPF is only 12 years old.
I thought we were made in 2007.
Yeah, because that's why it's
easy clap.
called Club Penguin Armies, because we were the only one. Like it's called Club Penguin Armies. It could have been Club Penguin Gangs, Club Penguin Clans, but instead, because of Oglethorpe, it's Club Penguin Armies because of us.
It's pretty cool. Congrats on being number 1 in the top 10
for 2 weeks. That's a 2-week streak, by the way.
Do you think ACP is gonna keep that momentum?
No. This week we focused more on kind of in building our army. Like we had done the top 10 thing, we did it twice, fine. You know, you do it twice and it's like there's no point. So we'd rather make sure that our army is stable, that our troops are having a good time. We really kind of smothered you guys in events, and that's kind of how we did it.
Yeah, y'all had 15 events to our normal
3 weren't counted. 3 were not counted. We had 18 events.
For real?
I asked Greeny to fix it, and he wouldn't do it.
Ope, 18 events. How'd you fit that all in?
We have 4 events a day.
Oh, dang. And you guys don't have a break day like we do, right?
Oh, we do have break days, but they're dispersed in events. Because our promotion system is basically based off of how many events you attend. So there's possibilities for there to be 5 events in a day. There's not always, but we do have Spec Ops Division, which is our 12 a.m. EST, Asia, UK, ACPTR, and US.
Wait, Spec Ops is only 12 a.m. EST?
Yes, it's Asia recruiting. So
nice.
Because Aja dies overnight, we get everyone online. We offer 4 clovers to attend the Spec Ops event, and we get to recruiting.
Dang, and how have the numbers been for Spec Ops?
Usually we've been hitting about 24 to 25 for Spec Ops events.
That is crazy for 12 a.m.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, their Aja div's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We actually just got a new Aja HiCom member, who you guys might know.
Is that official?
Yeah, it's official. Lucy
I didn't realize that.
Oh, Lucy!
It happened literally last night.
That's pretty cool.
That's about all I have.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. So, have you ever led ACP before this now? And if not, have you led in other armies?
No, actually, this is my first time leading an army. Which a lot of people think I kind of went by a different name in Club Penguin armies, like the original ones, because there's no way you've never led before. Because, I mean, in 3 weeks of leading, I was number 2 on the top 10, or number 1 on the top 10 for 2 of those. Wow. So it's like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just an eager thing. I guess I'm just really eager. And I'm hitting at it with full force because I know the potential that we have, and I know where I want to be and where the army is. So I'm not done yet. I'm far from over.
I love that.
What's the best memory you've had out of all of your time in armies, other than hanging out with me?
That's a good question.
It's a big question.
So the best memory, I've had a lot of inside jokes that a lot of people like to just shout at me every time I join any chat. Like things like Lunchables. My Lunchables crab wheelchair crab. Wolf's defining moment.
Wolf's defining moment.
The Rom Intoxicated saga. The No Milk in the House.
There was the whole brother phase.
There was the whole COVID phase. I think my favorite time in armies was when the Ultra Lord thing was kind of popular.
Ultra Lord.
Ultra Lord! When we were
this is the 7th week you've shown Ultra Lord in class.
Jimmy, something's wrong with your mouth. The whole
Oh my
the
God.
Jimmy Neutron thing. When we were shouting Jimmy Neutron phrases at each other.
Oh my God.
That's got to be my favorite time. Girl, put your feet on fire. I heard a lot. But my favorite has got to be hanging out with Mike and Silverberg and Cassie and Chaos and Elex and Mini Pop and everybody in Red Face. And
The red
doing
face gang.
the Red Face phase of armies was probably I'd go back in a heartbeat.
It's really cute.
We have a very cute question by Cassie.
Hello. So
hi.
Koloway.
Boomer.
Stop!
You
Shut up.
boomer!
We are aware. This recently came up in a discussion with you. How are you actually supposed to pronounce your name?
Well, some people say it like one of 4 ways.
No, how are you actually supposed to pronounce it?
So I'm getting that. I'm getting that. It is not Koloway. Everyone who says that way, delete yourself from the internet right now.
All right, bye.
Anyone who says Koloway, you're wrong. It's Koloway. That's the way I've been pronouncing it since I was 8 years old.
Like Colo?
And you just didn't tell me for a year.
Koloway. So like like Colo.
He just didn't tell
Like
me for a year.
Polo, like
I have
Polo.
been saying it right this whole time. I love myself.
Koloway. I hate myself.
It's
You call
O.
him
There's
Colo?
they're O's. Koloway. That's the way it's pronounced. Koloway.
Ew.
Yeah. There's
Thank
O's.
you. That's all I had. I appreciate your time. Bye.
Anything else that you want to add before we wrap this up?
Well, good evening and good night, RPF. It's been a pleasure. I'd like to officially announce that RPF will be merging into ACP effective immediately.
Oh no.
Anyway, it was lovely having you.
Fake news.
I'm really glad that you got to be on the episode. It's been a wonderful interview.
Thank you. I'm gonna go eat some soup.
You do that, man.
Enjoy your soup.
I'm gonna go eat some soup.
Bye, bro.
Soup!
Okay, so I want to thank everyone for coming and all of the guests, all of the audience. Thank you for listening in as per usual. I also want to say look out for the next episode because we're going to hopefully let Crazzy. She was going to host this episode, but then she was giving medical attention to someone
She
who had
literally
heart
saved a
attack
life.
after work.
She saved a
She
life.
literally saved a life.
That's
so
the best
give
excuse.
give
Give her-
Crazy a shout out for saving lives.
Give her some pause.
Give her some
Applause.
applause. Crazy just fought the good fight and
For
saved the
doing
good life.
P9.
Thank you again for doing that, for saving lives. And also, I'll thank you more when she hosts, which get hyped for. It'll be great fun. Look forward to doing that with her soon. Again, thanks for everyone coming.
Hi, Rocket again. I'd like to shout out something beautiful that has been recently forged by me and other popular people such as Chaos, Crazy, and lots of other people I'm not remembering. Oh, and Cosmo. Do any of you know what the game Box
And
Critters...
Elix.
And Elix, I'm sorry. The game Box Critters. For those who don't, Box Critters is a new virtual world like Club Penguin being made by Rocket Snail, the original creator of Club Penguin. He's making it from scratch, brand new. It's up right now. They're in a few early phases. They're mostly giving out items, opening new rooms. There's a coin feature. It's basically like a new Club Penguin, but better. And there's a Box Critters division. If anyone... We're going to get a channel here eventually. Relatively RF related server. We had our first event today. Actually, we maxed 10. That's more than a lot of the smaller CPA armies, in fact. And it actually is really good. There is a few differences between what you'd normally imagine in
Oh my god, I'm a
CPR.
recruit again. God.
Beautiful. But it's still, it's a lot of fun. It's epic. I highly recommend you join it for a different kind of army experience. Because one of the best parts is that they're actually going to start supporting and sponsoring armies in this thing called Critter Wars, which is going to be basically like CPA but for box critters. Also, they're hamsters. They're adorable. Yeah, no, for real. So stay tuned on that. And if you want to be led by yours truly, or not, join today. Thank you. And fight the good fight. Rebel Critter Federation. Yeah!
Awesome. That was great. Yes, I'm a recruit again. God.
We just got
Okay.
4 members. Woo!
Yeah, it's working. All right. Awesome. Box Critters Div. Definitely join it. We're an RF Hub podcast, so we do support the other divisions. RPF is our main support. at the moment. And RPF should support them too. They are a team. Anyway, announcements. Suggestion box still pinned in the general chat. Please keep putting your suggestions in, or DM me when you put your suggestions in the suggestion box, because suggestions are really appreciated. Feedback, all that good stuff. If it's I hate you, I will not take the suggestion. I will throw it back at you.
And I will cry. Don't make me cry.
I always make Rocket cry. But anyway, the next episode, I hope, is supposed to be the 2013 to 15 vets. We've got a couple of guests that we have in mind. We just have to figure out scheduling and stuff. So bear with us as we figure that out and solidify it. Maybe it'll be something else if they can't make it. Maybe it'll still be 13 to 15. Who knows? But I hope to have that next episode out, because then we can talk about 16 to 18 be the next set. So fun.
Ooh.
And then I need an audio editor still. Oh, I'm just gonna keep plugging this every episode until somebody edits my
Become
audio.
part of the staff team. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the fancy podcast chat where important goes on.
You say good
Figure out
stuff.
what to do.
Yeah, as we panic
Bye,
and scream
Taz.
15 minutes before the podcast.
Wolves thinks it's really boring, but I promise we have fun. Okay.
We don't.
Wolves, you should just edit the audio.
Yeah, Wolves, don't you have experience? Psh, you're fine. You got this. Oh,
she
and
talks about how she saves lives in there. It's pretty interesting.
yo, before too many people leave, I want to plug this because I love Wolves. Wolves just retired today, and Wolves also simultaneously earned the Rebel rank. So let's give a shout out to my boy. Okay? Yeah. Wolves is
Congratulations, Wolves. Wait, congratulations, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Happy
I feel like
happy retirement. It's a sad clap. It's a sad cry. But we're so happy. You're so awesome. I don't know if you've read my slide yet, but I love you. You're great.
All right, we'll officially end the podcast here. Everyone, thank you for coming once again. Can I get a fight the good fight?
It's gonna fight the good fight. Thank you all for coming. This has been Chaos, Rocket, and MC Moon Emoji. And we will see you next time.